All right, Ravi, lead us off.
Coach, I guess first of all, to start off, you got great performances from Trace and Xavier, really carried you offensively. What did you think about the way those two guys played?
They were tremendous, and I say that because they hadn't really practiced the last, 3, 4, 5 days under the weather, little nicks in there. But so I was concerned coming in terms of where we were going to get it from. And, we still scored 80 points, and, a lot of guys, missed shots, and had good shots that probably could have put it away when we built the little lead that we had. But you got to give them a lot of credit, man. That team is good. They got a good team, man, and they're big and physical, and they play hard, and they can make shots. So, they pushed us to the max, but I thought Trace and Xavier coming down the stretch, they brought it home for us.
And then your thoughts on Malik Renault, his second half in particular.
Well, again, he got in foul trouble, but I trust him. He's solid. I played him with the 4 fouls, knowing that if he fouled out, I still got an ace in the hole and would race. So that's the beauty about our team, I think, this season. I just told him when we broke cover, I didn't play the rotations that we played the first 2 games. And again, I'm still searching, but stay ready. That's all I can tell guys.
Woody, with all the chatter out there, what do you have to do when they pick up those technicals?
Well, again, I think I addressed that, and I'm going to stay on them about that, because that can be the difference in winning and losing games. And if you make a shot, you're supposed to make a shot. If you make a dunk or a layup, that's what you're supposed to do. So you don't have to taunt and do all the unnecessary things to get us in trouble. So I'm going to stay on them about that, because that's just not professional to me.
What do you learn as a coach about your team? You build that 8-point lead, then there is that swing where they have the technical, and then I think they hit a 3, they get it down, the building's loud, and then they just kind of dig their heels in and push back to get the cushion back again. What do you learn about your team in a stretch
Well,
like
again,
that?
I'm learning. The bottom line is, man, we just got to do all the things right. On the road, it's hard to win on the road. It is. And you got to do all the things right. I look at the 2 technicals that we gave up. Come on, that's huge in a close ball game. But again, we didn't go the other way. They built the lead a couple of times against us, and we just held fast, man, steady, and was able to get back in it, and then it was back and forth. So it could have been anybody's game, but I thought we made the winning plays down the stretch to win it.
Coach X had a great night. He had that toward the end of the game, the steal and the layup. That seemed to come at a critical time for when you guys could try to get some space between yourself and Xavier.
Well, again, he was sporadic here and there, but for the most part, he was solid, man. And I was on X a lot, especially after he got the tech, and then we had a botched play where we didn't switch correctly, and that cost us a big bucket. But for the most part, X was solid, man. He did all the things we needed him to do to help, secure this win. So I'm pleased.
Miller seemed to have an off shooting night, but late in the game they threw that double at TJD and he was ready for it.
Yeah.
Is that where you have him in the game to space the floor and be
to
ready?
space it and be ready. He had good looks. all his shots were good looks, but he had been making them. So I feel good about every time he lets it go, it's going in. So he made the biggest one of the night in the corner there.
Coach, you had talked about earlier that when Malik reopened his recruitment, you went and saw him work out. What all do you remember from watching him work out there?
That he gave me an interview afterwards, and he promised me he would come to Bloomington with his parents to give us an opportunity to recruit him, and he did that. And then he told me when he got on the recruiting trip he was coming, and I gave him a big-ass bear hug.
What has Malik done to earn the minutes?
Guys, you've seen him. He and Jalen both have been so consistent since they've stepped on campus in terms of their approach off the court, in the classrooms, and on the court. So, that alone has put him in a position to play. All of our guys have worked their butts off to play. It's just unfortunate I don't have not enough minutes in the game to give everybody big time minutes. So.
Mike, can you comment on just on the game that Trace played? I know it's obviously just huge. And
I mean, he's capable of doing that. You've seen it over the years that he's been here. We just got to consistently get him to do it every night. I don't know if he's going to get 30 every night, but we got him to play at that high level to help us win.
Woody, what's a game like this do for you guys, considering the schedule you got upcoming?
Schedule's what it is, George. I mean, we can't run from it, man. We got a game Sunday. We'll go back home and break this tape down and prepare for Miami of Ohio tomorrow and get ready to play Sunday. You just take them a game at a time, a practice at a time. That's all you can do.
One more, Coach.
Mike, the long road losing streak wasn't owned by these guys, but they take it off of this program's back. What kind of poise does it show, and what kind of step in the right direction as far as where you want this program to be? Is it to take that step to get that, knock that out of the box?
Well, back in the day, we used to win on the road, way back in the day. So I'm just trying to give these guys confidence to understand, and I said it last season, man, that team last season could beat anybody in the country. I just felt that way, and I feel that way with this team. But you still got to go out and do it in practice, and you got to do it in the game, so that's where we are. We're just going to take it a practice at a time and a game at a time and see where it leads us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Mike.